Hi guys, John Sarabia here from Memore Canine Training, Sedalia, Missouri. I've had several of my nosework students and other people over the years ask me how I prepare odor for training nosework or trials, etc. So I thought I'd shoot a couple quick videos. This one I'm going to address how to prepare odor for National Association of Canine Scent Work, NACSW. Or more commonly referred to as nosework. AKC is scent work. Those are the two organizations I work with. So those are the two I will focus on. So got to gather some supplies up. First thing we need, something to put the oil on for the odor. Q-tips. I buy my Q-tips at the dollar store. 250 of them for $1. 500 little heads. We're good. When you buy your Q-tips, make sure you buy Q-tips with the paper barrels, not the plastic stems on them. The oils can be corrosive depending on what kind of plastic they use. So it turns all gooey and sticky and it creates a mess. We just don't use them. So don't prepare your Q-tips with it. You won't have to clean it up and you'll never see them at a trial that way either. So always get the paper barrels on them. Next, you're going to need a good pair of scissors. These scissors are like some scissors you'd find in a first aid kit, trauma scissors. They got a lot of really good leverage, cut 4 or 5 Q-tips at a time. I bought these at Harbor Freight. I think I spent maybe $2 or $3 on them. I'm a bargain shopper. Q-tips, scissors. You're going to need something to put your Q-tips in. I prefer to use canning jars. They come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, so depending on what size of carrier that you keep your stuff in, I like to use little bitty toolboxes and stuff that I find Walmart and other places like that. Jelly jar size is usually what I use. So this one happens to be anise or anise. So something to put your Q-tips in after you've cut them all up. Today I'll be using a slightly larger jar than that one. Ta-da! Put my Q-tips in. So going to need oil. So I buy birch oil, first odor we use. So I usually buy my oils through this company, All Good Dogs. They have all sorts of training supplies for nose work and things like that. You can actually buy pre-made kits. This is on the card that they sent with the oils I bought. This one actually has their little logo on the side of it. So all your oils that you need there, birch, anise, clove, etc. So for NACSW's stuff, you can buy their pre-made kits like this. Comes with all sorts of little glass jars. I think it came with these Q-tips, and it came with a little metal tin to put your odors in. If you want to buy them pre-made, easy way to do it. This is great for travel. So I've already cut off a bunch of Q-tips, cut them into a plastic bag here. So I'm going to take off the jar, make sure it's clean, it's brand new, just took it out of the box. So I'm going to take these. I need some extra Q-tips anyways for my classes, so I'm just gonna cook these, if you will, get them nice and odor friendly, so I can add them to my other kits that I use when I travel and teach classes. So Q-tips in the jar. We have birch, so be very careful with your oil. Okay, once this oil gets onto things and spreads and it gets everywhere, it's really hard to get rid of and clean up. So just be uber careful with it. What I like to do, here, let me angle this down a little bit. I like to take the lid. It's all backwards. Okay, so I like to take the lid and I set my jar, my oil inside the lid of that. Put this back up just a tad. So squeeze the little bulb, open up the oil. Make sure I have some in the dropper here, and I'm going to just kind of move this out of my way because I'm clumsy and I'll probably knock it over. So on the inside of the jar, right around the edge here, I'm going to put 1 drop on all kind of 4 sides of the jar. Put the lid back on that, get it out of my way. Put the lid back on this, tighten it down, and basically I'm just going to roll the Q-tips around like this. Let me adjust my laptop there. I'm going to adjust, just roll these around, let the oils get in there and permeate all of these. I will usually let these sit for a minimum of 24 hours before I ever use them. I do like to let them sit longer. That way they all kind of get the odor built into them. When you use them, I keep a pair of tweezers in my scent kits that I use, so I can pull them out one at a time and use them. In NACSW, it's 3 Q-tips per hide, 3 of the Q-tips, so you're going to put 3 of them in whatever type of scent vessel container, a tin, a straw. I think I had some, yep, some shrink wrap tubing, you know, in there. But put 3 of them per hide, and that is how I prepare every oil. Each one of these, I'll do this for birch, I will do this for anise, and I'll do it for clove, and keep them all labeled. I've got to find a sticker and put a little sticker on there, and I write what odor it is and what date I made it, just so I know. And then I usually mix the Q-tips over time. I'll take some fresh ones, put them in with some of the ones that I've used and recycled, and just to get different levels of odor, different strengths and thresholds of the odor for during training. I think it's important for all the dogs to be able to be exposed to, you know, not only a good amount of the odor in the very beginning to have it imprinted, but also afterwards through training, be able to be exposed to some lighter levels of it, some heavier levels of it, so they kind of see every weight of odor. So when you go to a trial or an ORT, you don't know who made the odor because you weren't there. Prepare for it. Have your dog ready to go. If you have any questions, please feel free to respond in the comments. I'm going to put this up on my personal YouTube page and let everybody see it from there. And I will also be doing one of these for AKC. So thanks for your time. Hope this answered any questions. If I didn't, please feel free to ask the questions in the comments below, or shoot me an email at amorecanintraining@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook and post on my wall, shoot me a personal message, whatever. Nose work is something I love to talk about, so it should not take me very long to get back to you. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.